I just wanted to start this off with let me pause the music. So let me sum up how Q4 closed out for me personally and a lot of the other guys in the Discord. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Turn it up. So that's a guy going Super Saiyan in a storm generator. It's one of my favorite videos, and it's got great music along with it too. But needless to say, my focus on Q4 was trading very few select coins with some very key moves, and I can kind of highlight some of the stuff I've done so far. Um, I frankly haven't had returns like this maybe ever. I'm not really sure when I've had gains like this, so I've been very, very, very focused with the time that I do have on these certain trades that I have, and I kind of want to break down into it. Some of the stuff I've learned along the way, as well as some of the stuff I've seen some other guys post up. And if you can in the chat, you can like and retweet our initial tweet for this. That'd be much appreciated. That way we get the word out. The Twitter algo really, really hates anytime I post something with a URL. So love on the Twitter post to share the Rainbow Trends love is much appreciated. So I was going to start with this, but now that I think about it, I think I need to switch it up a little bit. So this is something I think you guys are going to have to focus on. Things are running like crazy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You just have to be in your channel, and you need to stay in that channel while the run's going. We had a very, very different alt rotation. The normal Secrets of Crypto phases of alt where Bitcoin runs, Ethereum runs, then some mid caps, small caps, etc. That's kind of out the door. Sol outrun everything the past, like the beginning of Q4, and then we saw Degeneracy take off with basically Say and Saiyan, which is basically when we're going through. Bear with me, my head's in a fog right now, and I'm hopped up on cold meds. But is it Matic or Cosmos chain that Say's on? I forget. Regardless, the big thing I think you guys need to focus on is trying to trade less assets and focus on what's winning, because the things that have been winning has been nuts. At first, we had Sol really just go hardcore. And shout out to the dudes in the Rainbow Discord who bought the frickin' bottom of this. I know Malifester was posting it up, and I frankly was saying it's not for me. I was not comfortable with Sol knowing that Alameda still had ties with it, and they got in around $15 and it went all the way to 110. That may be the Rainbow trade of the year for 2023, so shout out to those dudes. Because I was not in it. Just wasn't for me, and there's nothing wrong for me being sidelined. I had to watch them make awesome gains, and that's I'm always rooting for you guys, even if you're like, for any of you guys aren't whales. I hope you get to there one day, but anybody who's making it in this game, you've got a shot at not retiring, living in a cubicle for 40 years, right? So that's the goal. But anyway, Sol ran. And then we had like the AI stuff run like crazy. So just a quick example is like Render. I didn't really get a lot out of the AI token craze, but this stuff went hard. These were big, big pumps. There was a whole basket of AI tokens that just went absolute mental. We're talking on spot, that was 1,000%. So a lot of people did really good on this. And the whole time while this is going, you could be sitting there waiting for, like, we watched Sol run, we watched Bitcoin run, we watched the AI tokens run, and a lot of people were bagging ETH, and a lot of people are still bagging ETH, even like some big names like TraderMain. Maybe he's not anymore. I don't keep up with him too much, but my point is I think we're about to go into the beginnings of the market where you need to not maybe sit on the sidelines if you are completely sidelined and get some type of exposure, even if it's a small bit of exposure. The two big ones that I've been completely 100% focused on the past 3 months is Tia and Say. And there has been a lot of trades, and this kind of kicked off after the Soul run and after the Tia run, and it's just been going hard. And I've been doing I'm not trading as often. I'm doing some kind of swing plays and then kind of waiting for some opportunities to hit. But the main point of this, and I'm not trying to flex, I don't flash P&Ls with dollar amounts, etc. like that, but I turned my side spot crypto trading account in probably 2.5 months. I've 9x'd on spot my position. I don't remember the last time I've 9x'd in 2 months. So I've almost flipped one of my small side accounts into one of my major accounts off trading just these two assets for the most part. And it feels weird because a lot of this trading takes a lot less brain power than some of the other stuff we've been doing for the bear market. It feels really wrong to just get these crazy gains out of nowhere. But there's been a lot of stuff that I've been doing that I kind of want to talk you guys through, because I've been preaching it in the Discord, and some of it may not make sense, some of it may make sense, but I do a lot of counterintuitive stuff that a lot of people don't understand. So to start this off, really big on following your OGs and learning how to read them. It's one thing to listen to Carpe Noctem and understand what he's saying. It's another thing to understand how he's saying it and what his emotions are behind it. That goes with any of your OGs that you trust. Albeit be very selective on the OGs that you trust. I know there's probably like 10 that I actually trust and would maybe like actually send 10 grand to without a question. But learn how to read your OGs. There's a lot of people like flashing stuff on Twitter that's really cool looking. Not like rainbows, right? No, but like they flash a lot of stuff all the time. And there's LARPs everywhere. There's people photoshopping their account numbers. There's all this kind of wild stuff. And just be careful. The real OGs aren't flashy. The real rich guys, like the guys that have 7-figure like trading accounts, a lot of them aren't flashy at all. The biggest ballers I know actually drive Porsches, not Lambos. So take that for what it's worth. Porsches and Mercedes over Lambos. So anyway, but to circle that back around, is one of my most trusted OGs is Sell went over 9,000. You hear me refer to somebody as 9K, that's my guy. I will post his Twitter in the chat. Please follow him and spam him all you want about rainbows. He'll love it, I promise. And now he's a big supporter of Rainbow Trends too, so don't worry, he's a cool dude. But I've been listening to 9K talk for almost as long as I've been listening to like Crypto Jack and Josh Olswicks. These are probably the three guys I've been listening to for the longest amount of time. And 9K started talking, because 9K is always looking for something. He started talking about Tia and Say in a tone I haven't heard in a very long time, since like 2017. So it got on my radar, and I started fishing around Say and Tia, and my OG Doppel in the Discord was very bullish on Tia. So I was like, all right, I got two of my OGs telling me I need to look at Tia. It looks cool. What is modularity in the crypto chain? I don't know, but it sounds cool. That's how a lot of this stuff is. I can't tell you what half this stuff does. So I took my side trading account, and like I said, this is just for learning purposes. Not that this is financial advice, but just I'm kind of trying to prove a point. You guys can do damage with spot. You don't need a funded account. You can do a lot of damage with colors and paint and just being patient. and listening to your trusted OGs, but make sure you're not following like 100 OGs because there's not that many of them out there. But anyway, I took a small account and I quickly doubled it on this this Tia run. I then started picking up on the tone of people talking that I trusted highly about Say. So then I started taking profits from my Tia run and pumping it into Say. Say then has been going absolutely crazy and refusing to pull back. But one of the things that's really been beneficial is typically what we've seen is Say will go sideways and Tia will pump, and then Tia will go sideways and Say will pump. So I've been trying to balancing between the two to try to diversify my funds. And then in the middle of all that, 9K's group launched the Saiyan token. So I've took some small little moonbag monies and threw it at Saiyan, and that quickly took off. And miraculously, I managed not to get hacked doing an on-chain transaction, which I'm notorious for screwing those up. But I did manage to break the Compass wallet. So I kind of did okay there. But one of the things, that's kind of been the thesis of the past 3 months. In addition to that, I've been keeping very, very, very close ties on Say in regards to... hold on one second. I got to switch this. In regards to the markets. And this single trick made me 25% over Thanksgiving. So as you see here, I have all the Says listed, right? This is Bitfinex, this is Binance, this is Binance Perps, this is Bybit, Coinbase, and then Kraken. If you're not sure which one of these are, if you saw me there, I just forgot which of the pink one was, you can hold it and it'll hover and it'll tell you Bybit or whatever, right? I don't have access to all these accounts, but one of the things is I constantly watch when these are not in alignment. And for whatever reason, Coinbase screwed up their deposits on Say. And the price of Say on Coinbase blew up 30%. And I managed to sell my entire Say bag on Coinbase for a 25% premium, and then instantly get filled back on Kraken, which the price was normal. Even here, let me see if I can get a candle that's different. It's easier to see it on lower time frames. Yeah, right here. You see this level, this 44? Watch it not print on Coinbase. Coinbase only hit like 39. So there's big discrepancies. This is a top 50 coin at this point. Coinbase has liquidity issues with it. Kraken has liquidity issues with it, right? So always keep an eye out on this. Earlier this week, Bitfinex on the USD pair went 2.7 to almost $3. Now, there's not a lot of liquidity here. I know this. And Bitfinex USD pair is not a popular one. But the point is there have been blowouts that have been happening over and over and over. So I highly suggest you keep a little tracker of the tokens you're highly looking at and just see what's happening. In the past, I used to see this a lot with Ethereum Classic on Coinbase. It would blow out and it would be stupid. It would be stupid cheap on Binance, crazy expensive off Coinbase, and I would just sit there. And every time it happened, I would sell all my Ethereum Classic, transfer the USD over to Binance, buy the ETC on Binance, and just sit on it till things leveled out, and then flip it back. It's a one-way arbitrage, but I literally, let me see if I can find it. It was over Thanksgiving. I don't remember which one it was, because now it's so far back. Somewhere, it might be that one or that one. I don't remember. Either way, the arbitrage was open for like 2 hours. I sent the alert in the Discord. So if you managed to grab it, congrats, because that was basically free money. And I say that from a free money standpoint is I didn't get a free USD dollar. I'm solely in the purpose right now in this part of the market to grow my coins. I don't want dollars right now. I want more tokens. So I'm selling high, buying low to multiply it. If I want to get some cash out, I can just buy the same amount for cheaper and then kind of pull my cash out. But typically that's not what I'm doing right now. Because if I'm selling high on Say, I want more Say. So the one thing I've been doing is those two things. I've been trading a little bit of Tia tops, and you guys have heard us talking a lot about pinks and cyans. Pinks and cyans. What the OGs are talking about is pink candles in cyan bands. So pink candles are the highest colored print you can get on Rainbow Trends at the moment. Probably going to stay that way. But typically, man, like 95 times out of 100, it's not 100%, but it's way up there. When you get pink in cyan, you better have a really, really good reason not to sell or take something off the table. So what we've been doing, and what I've been doing, is selling my say bag in these upper ranges on pinks on cyans, and then I've been buying or martingaling it back down. This one in particular, I martingaled, and I live traded that one on Twitter just to teach people how to martingale, because most people don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But newsflash, I've been talking about rainbows in Alameda for years, and people still don't know what I'm talking about. But in hindsight, this was an obvious BART, but we sold around here, and we martingaled it all the way. I think I got 8 of the 11 field or 9 of the 11 field. I don't remember, and then I manually entered the rest around here. So I sold for a crazy high, and I bought back down. I think the DCA was like 15%. So the Coinbase ARB took my soul bag, multiplied it by 1.25. This single BART trade multiplied it by 1.16, I think is what it was. And recently, Say has been going on these runs to where it doesn't pull back much at all. So I'm getting like more skittish of this coin because these whales are conditioning me that this thing doesn't pull back, which is very, very reminiscent of like Matic and Luna of last run, where they just went absolutely crazy. But this week, I saw this candle actually peek its head above the cyan bands, which are already quite adjusted to Say so far. And I put in a limit order, and I exited at 75 cents, hypothetically, not that this is advice. I exited around 75, and I didn't sell my whole pot. Like I said, I'm getting real skittish, so I sold about 10% of my bag on spot, and then I put a limit order of like 0.65. I think it was around 6.5. It was high 6.4s. We'll just call it 6.5. And I got, what was it? I don't even know what I should be using, long or short, because this is a reverse trade. About 15%. So I got a 15% upgrade here for free, essentially. The risk is the price keeps going up and you lose gains. But thankfully, the market crashed yesterday across the board with this kind of flash crash candle. So I woke up, I sold at 7.5. And I was sleeping all day yesterday. I woke up, I see that I got filled here at 65 cents, and then the damn thing went all the way back up into the cyan bands at like 35%. So it was insane. On USD pair, it was like 33%. So anyway, you've been seeing me like post less setups. I haven't even looked at Zcash. This is why. Focusing on the TIA and Say rotations has been paying the bills for me personally in a way I haven't seen in a long time. So I wanted to share kind of my thoughts and what I've learned along the way. Definitely taking advantage of any Coinbase, any blowouts. You know, if you're in the United States, there's no excuse not to have a Kraken and a Coinbase account, both at the same time. If you've got international access, man, even better. Typically Binance won't blow out, but you'll see the other exchanges blow out, and you can get your ARB opportunities in there. So that's just how we do it. So the more the better. And then even then, I've still got my eyes on Bitfinex and some of the other ones, even ones I won't touch. So anyway, let me catch up on chat quick. Oh, another rule before I go into that question. Typically, like when you're getting in on these runs, when like we're dedicated, like, hey, we're gonna run Sol for a month, we're gonna run Matic for a month, we're gonna run Ethereum chain for a month, who knows, whatever, right? If you're going to get some awesome gains along the way, but you're also still going to FOMO that you sold your whole bag. So what I recommend, so that you don't have a regret like 2 years from now when you sold your entire bag of bonk in the beginning and have crazy regrets, if you get up like 100%, sell half of it. You get your initial money back out and you still get to retain the bag. A lot of people like that are really degenerate into like these low caps, they'll get up like 3 or 4x and then they pull their money out. But the key is that they get their money out and they still maintain their bags. So there's just no way around it. Like, scalp trading this type of a run for 10% isn't going to be the best thing for you in the long run. The bull market's getting going. The halvening is 103 days away. Hash rates are screaming high and still continuing to go. The ETF is coming in, let me see, in less than 6 days. Right? So, like, all these things are lining up for the Bitcoin bull run. Bitcoin hasn't hit the all-time high yet again. Like, once we break the all-time high, that's really rocket boosters. We hit the halvening. Right now, we're talking about, like, it doesn't show it on 4 hour. What's the daily? Halvening is looking like it's going to be in April, late April, mid to late April. Like, you're really running out of time to pack some bags, so definitely like get your trade-ins for sure, but always remember to kind of leave some moon bags. Even if you're like selling like 80%, save that 20%, just leave it, let it mature. Some of this stuff has just been crazy and you don't know what it's going to be. I mean, like, say they're talking about it's parallel EVM. I can't tell you anything about that. I can tell you it's not diagonal. Probably the most straightest 90 degrees EVM there is. It's definitely the best, right? No, I don't know. But the guys that I do trust talk about this stuff positively and it's acting accordingly. So while the getting's good, I'm going to focus on this until the trend changes. Like I said, like, everyone focuses on like getting big money. They're going to be a big trader one day. We'll get funded accounts. We'll do leverage and all this other stuff. But I've taken a small side account on spot with like Kraken and Coinbase fees, and I've 9x'd it in 3 months. So bear with me with that. Like, if you can grind on $1,000 or $500, wherever you are with life, if you get good at grinding, like, you can make bank no matter who you are. So don't ever get down on yourself that like, oh, I'm just starting out, I only have $100. Like, never have that mindset. Because my God, if you can grind $100 to $200, you're a demon, and like it'll come with time. Like, there's the compounding of that is just ridiculous. So you get really good at your craft, let it grow, let it go. So let me back to the question. I don't know what SSV is. Where do you like to set up the martingale from? I'm real basic with martingales because martingales are gonna catch me regardless. No matter what I do, if there is a pullback, I'm gonna get filled. The only question is how greedy do I really set it? Because am I gonna get partially filled or am I gonna get like full on filled? So I take the fib tool, and I have one set like this. So if you want to screenshot it, that's the one I use, and it's kind of stupid because it has 11, not 10, but that's what I use. So this is the fib retracement tool turned into a martingale tool. So if you're listening, Coinbase, please make, or TradingView, please make this tool. Can I even oh, I can rename it. What? Hold on. Martingale tool is awesome. I don't know what's gonna happen. Hold on, guys. They already do this? Save. I'm sorry, I'm diverging because I gotta know what happens. Huh. I don't see it. Hold on, that's not it. Hold on. I don't see it. Well, that's lame. I really thought that was going to populate over here and I was going to be able to just click it every time instead of having to go to the defaults. Now I'm very sad. I'm going to end the stream. By the way, when the stream does end, we are going to hit up the round table and we'll go into the Discord. So make sure you follow in the Discord and come hang out with us. Sometimes some really cool OGs show up. Never know who, but always honored to have them on. So typically the martingales, you're going to see me deploy these after a BART setup. BARTs are just what I prefer to deploy these on, especially when we get pink and cyans. You get any type of a hairline in a cyan band, the Discord's going to be lit up with people talking about it, trying to get out and get lower. Sometimes it pumps a second time, sometimes it doesn't, but I just grab it and I'll take it. You know, obviously I don't want to get filled back up here, but I'll just kind of eyeball it and just kind of base it off of the original base, which is real clear. This is like a 90 almost, and I'll just drop it along here, right? And when you do this tool, it tells you in parentheses, if you have it set right, your dollar amount. So I'll sit here with my order book open and I'll enter accordingly. 0.025 all the way down. It's really, really freaking tedious. People don't want to do it. But the reason you do it is it's like a way of automating your DCA back into the trend. But at the same time, thing you need to understand is there are flash wicks like this, where the wick just goes, and if you have these limit bids in here, you will catch it. So a good example was yesterday, or was it today? I don't remember. I'm all off. This wick right here, yeah, it was yesterday because I slept through it. I was mad because I got crazy alerts on it. So we're looking at the 1 minute chart on Say, and this was all the alts yesterday. I'm just looking at Say because it was up. We can go, you know what? Let's look at Zcash just to show you guys what I'm talking about. Zcash on Kraken. How did you guys do on liquidity? Shout out Jesse Powell. You're my favorite Jesse Powell. So we flash crashed Zcash in 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 candles. You had 4 minutes to get this bad boy. You likely weren't looking at the chart and you likely didn't have entries. But if you had a martingale in this thing, you would have caught a chunk of it. And regardless, if you only filled the top 2, top 3, whatever, the beauty of a martingale is the DCA average moves down with every bid. So if you stack the bids even linear, where they're the same size all the way down, you're going to get in the 50% range. If you sit here and you make them progressively get bigger, as in you buy harder the deeper you go, you can make the DCA come out like on the bottom third. So it just depends how you want to do it. For the most part, there's not a terrible advantage to doing that. Just when you're sitting there messing around with an Excel sheet, trying to figure out how to catch wicks, run the numbers. I did back on Tetranode's old spreadsheets way back in the day. I think I spent 6 months on it. And I finally decided I'm just going to do linear. But like, here's the Ethereum Classic on, I think, this is Binance. So Binance flash crashed Ethereum Classic in 3 candles. You had 180 seconds to get that bad boy. But if you were in Martingale game, could have got some. So, just saying. A lot of the stuff, like the wicks we've been seeing on Kraken, literally are done in less than 1 second. So even if you put a bot on TradingView that ran on 1 second candles, and you have to have the really expensive version of TradingView to do this, if you want to sit here and look at this on 1 second candles, even if you had a bot triggered on 1 second candles, you still can't catch these wicks on Kraken. They print and they're gone. Like, they're so fast. So you have to catch them with limit orders. So anyway, that's my long story on martingales and what I've been doing. Is it the highest IQ stuff in the world? No. It's just watching the trends, knowing who to listen to, and knowing how to understand what they're saying. Not what they're saying, but how they're saying it. Big thing. I've been harping on that a lot. I don't think a lot of people understand what I'm saying. Maybe you guys are. Maybe it's boring. I don't. It is what it is, but it's paying bills right now. So, anywho. Learn sentiment, yes. But anyway, Bitcoin, It doesn't matter. We're gonna go. We're gonna go sideways until this ETF hits. As far as I know, and as far as I can tell, things are going smoothly, and you've got less than 6 days for this thing to be approved. The odds are highly, highly in our favor that the ETF gets approved. And the odds are leaning towards it being bullish, not a sell the news event. I will tell you this though. There's a difference between sell the news and a blowout. If we get a God candle that's like up into the 60s, your boy's taking some profit. I don't care. I'm cutting bags across on alts. I'm cutting bags on anything you can think of. Because whatever that thing does, as soon as Bitcoin peaks, the alts are going to peak on a slingshot like that. So keep in mind. So God help us if we God candle into the cyan bands. That would be an all-time high. I don't think that's possible or likely. I don't know. But I'm just saying, we get a pink candle from hell all the way up here. I'm taking some gains, and I'm just gonna pack it up and wait for it to pull back, and we can martingale back in and just sleep. That's the other beauty of a martingale. You sleep like a baby. You aren't gonna get caught upside down for the most part. If you space them appropriately, you can space martingales into areas that have never been done before. So if I'm using the machine learning bands, it's impossible for the most part, even on the most volatile days from when Bitcoin was like $100, that we're ever going to hit 15,000. So if we I'm going to catch it. It's going to mean reversion bounce, most likely, assuming Satoshi doesn't come out and say Bcash is king. So I sleep like a baby when I'm sitting in martingale. That's the beauty. Frankly, if you have a hard time sleeping, unless it's like excited from like P&L porn, you're doing something wrong. You shouldn't be scared. Even like when you're bot trading and stuff, people like ask me all the time, how do you let bots trade live money? Dude, I sleep like a baby. I've run those things through the ringer. I test them like you wouldn't believe. These tools and stuff, man, it takes me forever to bring out updates to the Rainbow Trend stuff. It's because there's people trading like lots of money on this. Not to like out who the ballers are, but there are people scalp trading 6 figures on some of the stuff that I've coded on here. So like I take it real seriously, and I sleep like a baby because we vetted it that hard. So same thing with the tools, same thing with the bots. It's as well as like risk management. You should not be exposed the whole time. Because frankly, like if you haven't blown up at this point, and condolences if you have blown up, the bull market's like here. And you need to survive it. Because if you could survive this bad boy for like 18 months, 24 months, whatever, 2024 is going to print, 2025 is likely going to print even crazier. Ride it out. You don't want to get liquidated. I think it's one of the only things I really liked from Charlie Munger was there's only 3 things that'll like rob a man of his money, and it's liquor, ladies, and leverage. So those 3 L's, I highly recommend you chill out from. The main thing is leverage. So many people struggle with it, and the problem is with it is so many people ask about leverage. And in my opinion, spot is best. And if you are having to ask about leverage, leverage isn't for you. Now, there's some dudes in the Discord, they are leverage fools. They are fanatic with it, but they are disciplined to the T. There's no pocket trading on your phone with what they're doing. They're highly, highly disciplined. So keep that in mind. It looks awesome when you're doing like 50x's on some of these trades. You just have to realize those dudes have some serious scars that they've earned over the past, blowing up bags to get to the point where they can trade leverage. So just keep that in mind. And like I said, I have no desire to touch leverage right now. Spot is trading like you wouldn't believe, and I can't get liquidated. So, woohoo! But anyway, I'm excited for the future. It's more like I can't believe that I'm a successful trader. I can't either. Like I started doing the calculations today, roughly what was Q4 for me. It came in around 9x, and I was like, holy cow. So you get like that imposter syndrome because you're like, it shouldn't be possible with a spot account, right? Everyone says you need leverage accounts and Lambos, but it's not the case. It's not the case. I can at least rent a Lambo right now. But anyway, another thing. I still think Ethereum pumps, and it's going to be a painful hold. And the whole time while I'm watching Ethereum pump, Say's just done this. So one of the things I've seen some of the OGs talk about is don't worry about any of the old tokens. Find the stuff with new tech, new narratives. That's what's pumping, and it's true. Sol's not super old, but it definitely got the run, and it ran long enough for you to flip your position and long it, even though I didn't. AI tokens went absolutely crazy, and now we're seeing like the Say stuff go crazy. So to me, still, Aave chart looks bullish as hell. But the whole time, my Aave position is just literally going sideways. I've watched Say go up like over 100%. So capitulation's getting me, because I think eventually you're going to get these trades. I think eventually you do. The problem is the other stuff is going to run ham before it, and it's going to be new tokens. It's not going to be like old tokens going crazy. Sol's probably the oldest token that's going to be doing the biggest absolute mad rush run, in my opinion. Glad to be proven wrong. I would love to see Zcash go hog wild for 2 years straight. I just don't think it's in the cards. But, like, let me see Bonk chart. Bonk's on Kraken? No, that's got to be European Kraken. That's not the chart I want. So, this type of stuff is happening, is the point. The only point I'm trying to make. If you want to have exposure to the OG tokens, by all means. By all means. And I do too. I always, I have a bag of spot Ethereum and a spot bag of Bitcoin. Always. Even in the full-on bull markets, I keep a spot bag that I'm always sitting on. But you're going to see stuff like this. This is 16,000% gains since October. Now it's bleeding. But my point is you're seeing tokens do 400x or 300 or 400% in just like a month. Definitely try to get some exposure to that. And it's not all crap coins. Like Say's gone way up. Say's already in the top 50. Tia went straight up into the top 30 pretty quick. But long story short, keep an eye on that. See, look, Solana ecosystem. We got BRC20. That's another one to be paying attention to. Gaming tokens may come out raging again, right? There's all these different categories of stuff, right? All of them. And one of the things I highly recommend is when you go onto CoinMarketCap, this 7-day percentage is not here. You need to go to Customize, and you need to enable it. You see how you can disable and enable? If you apply those changes, so now we have the 30-day. Let me see if I can move that. I do. Hold on. Just messed it all up. I want 24 hours, and then I want 7-day, and then I want 30-day. That's how you do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Apply changes. Do it however you want, but my point is don't just look at the default 24-hour. Look what's trending for the week. Right? I wouldn't really be looking at ICP right now. My God, it's the top 16 coin. That's crazy. That was... So let's follow what I just said. Let's go look at ICP. Oh. Shout out Mally if you recognize that zigzag pattern I drew on there. Just meant that accumulation pattern is new and real. So from the bottom, that's new Rainbow Theory territory. It's up 400% ICP after being down only for God knows how long. May of 2021. Ooh. Now it's trucking. So you could be sitting Aave like me, like a fool. I think DeFi is going to come eventually, but my accumulation bag hasn't pumped yet, and it's been stuck in this range for over a month. Right? It's going up, sure, but it's not doing multiples like others. So definitely keep track of this stuff. So like, what's the top 30 a day? It's actually ICP. Wow, ICP actually outran Say. We've got Osmosis, Star, BTT. I would not have guessed BTT. Injective, I would have guessed. Optimism, I might have guessed, and then Bonk. Right? You know, if you look at the 7-day, it's Say, ICP, ASTR, ARB. And frankly, looking at like the ICP chart, I hope to God this is how all the altcoins look that haven't bottomed out. Dude, I would love to see everything go up 400% from here. Because if we do all these type of moves and then Bitcoins end up going up to like 100K, 200K, whatever, this is going to get crazy stupid. Like real stupid. You're going to see people like post money like you wouldn't believe. So, just as a rule, if you're posting screenshot porn, make sure you sell. If you flaunt it, you better sell it. There's a lot of people that post those P&L charts and then they don't actually sell. Don't be that guy. So shout out CoinMarketMan for making those comments. I think it was last week. I thought it was good. So anyway, man, that's most of what I got, guys. I'll be honest with you. I'm not tuned into TradeFi markets at all. I've only been focused on crypto, especially with my vacation time as well as being sick. Let me check Litecoin for old time's sake. So all these guys have been like talking Litecoin for months and months now. Realistically, like it's August. Same price it was in August. Will you get a Litecoin pump eventually? Yes, probably. But you would be very well versed be following these trending tokens. That's all I'm saying. You're going to outrun Litecoin with a lot of other new cool stuff. So, I mean, it's just the reality of the fact. And I'm not saying go find the next whiff hat. There's a billion little scam tokens that's going to get you. But like find stuff that's coming up in the top 500 and gaining traction. And typically, like in the back of my head, there's a certain group of like people on Twitter. If they're talking about something, and like they independently all are kind of talking about Tia or Say or Aave or something like that, I really take note of it. And then I kind of base some of my theses off that as well. So Josh is another one that has a Aave bag that, or maybe he doesn't anymore, but he sees the same bullish chart on this, especially on the cloud. So we'll see. What's up, Blade Runner? Haven't seen you in a bit. Here's your thoughts on SSV, a chain staking coin. SSV? I have not heard about it until today, Stacks. So Binance has it. Let's see who has it first. I thought you were supposed to be coming at me. What's the top 150 coin? Nice liquidity. Binance, OKX. OKX is big, boy, if you don't know. They're European mainly. So it's not on the North American exchanges. You can get it on Uniswap and MX. So let's take a look at it. I kind of want to know what it is liquidity-wise, because if it's a top 2,000 coin, it paints different. Jeez. So it's really only been around February, down only. Now it's going. What is it? So it's I don't even know what a chain staking token network is. Sounds cool though. I mean, realistically, you're gonna get real lazy. Just watch the channel walker. If you're above the channel walker on like the daily or the 3-day, just let it ride. It's real similar to like cloud riding. You get into real big bull markets and you watch the high time frame clouds. It's a really good way to just set up top for tops. Gensler is making staking illegal. This fixes Gensler. That's cool. It's nice that it doesn't have these random blowouts, even at like the lower liquidity. Is it fully diluted yet? No, total supply. Oh, so there's no max supply. its volume is double its token. I love to see that. Anyway. No, I don't know that one, man. If you find ways to get around Gensler, even better. I think the legal teams are kind of teaming up against him. That's a crazy run, though. That's awesome, Nexus. Hope you guys are having a great vacation. My vacation was awesome, but I am still bruised and sore from it. I think I broke a toe as well. And I broke my personal best fish. So, very happy with that. Rare. I've seen... I've physically seen maybe 2 sharks over 10 foot. I've seen one hammer that was closer to 14. I've seen a 12 foot plus tiger in the wild. I'm trying to think if that was the 3rd biggest shark I've ever seen in my life. I think so. Yeah, anyway, I caught my biggest shark I ever have. Caught and released over the holiday breaks. That was a nice surprise. Wasn't expecting that. But anyway, that's cool. The SSV, I haven't even heard of it. I wonder, do you think it'll get any North American exchanges? Peas die? Take a look at P. Is this it? E-pods? You ever see the Rainbow Trend stuff look like this? It's because there's not enough data for the bots to figure out where they are on the map. It's kind of like getting the number of satellites you need on a GPS tracker. You have to go to lower time frames to get enough candles for it to figure itself out. Yeah, this thing's just going crazy. Is there any liquidity to it, though? That's 1,400% or 26. So, like, in 2 days. So, is this a Peppa find? Some smart folks are saying that it'd be an F altercation. I don't know what the bird is. I will say this, it likes RSI bottoms. Boom, 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 boom. Rotations, rainbow rotations. That's cool. Nexus, are we still long Zcash? We were saying we will get an ETF alteration after. I think we're gonna get a crazy candle. Personally, I think it's gonna go sideways and just shake everybody, and then you'll see the grind up. And then I think F will grind up, or BTC will grind up, go sideways, and then alt rotation. I don't, unless it's an Ethereum run, because that's the next ETF, right? I still have my target of like 3,600 for Ethereum if it goes. Damn, dude. That's awesome. You actually swept that. I mean, that's my target for Ethereum once this thing does break. But I don't think the majors are going to break until a Bitcoin ETF is approved or denied. I don't know how they denied at this point. I mean, maybe Gensler could pull something really stupid, but they've been playing all the games to do it like they're going to approve it. Like I don't know. I said I'm not a lawyer, but just a dumb engineer. Anyway. Nexus got on in 21. Badass Nexus. Well done. Shoot, man, with the new IRS reporting rules, for real though, where you're supposed to report the social security numbers to anybody that you transfer $10,000 of crypto to. and their home address, like that's crazy. Now I've heard rumors that the IRS thing is only for businesses, so it won't matter to individuals. But I tell you, Zcash and the other privacy tokens are going to get some love if that stuff happens. I mean, it's like the same thing. Where was it Congress wants an actual IRS form if you send somebody over $600 in crypto? just ridiculous. Wow, Monero's been side ranging since July, range bound since July of 2022. So take note. That's definitely something to take note of, because that is 524 days. These are the type of stuff I hope it does like ICP, where it just goes and it goes straight into like a 400% gain. I hope. Market caps of everything's going to get insane if that happens, but I'm all for it. Albeit we did from the bottom, so that would actually look like all down. Still like $400 Monero again. Shee. There can only be one ICP. We could go, yeah. Looks like it. Everything got flash crashed. All the OI went insane. I think Grin is the other one. I don't think there's ever going to be a privacy token run, but damn, Grin's doing well. But I always dream that there's going to be... I thought especially when Canada did all that stuff where they went after anybody who sent any crypto to the truckers to support them, they locked them out of their own checking accounts with banks. So people lost their houses over that. I thought for sure crypto was going to be mass adopted in Canada, especially like privacy tokens. So... anyway, but since Doppel is not going to make it tonight, clearly the next ETF after Ethereum is going to be Bcash. I don't think this is true, but if someone was going to do an ETF after Ethereum, I don't know how it wouldn't be Bcash, Litecoin, or XRP. If you're going to go with a newer token, maybe Solana. I think that would be maybe the four that could do it. Is there an institutional need for Litecoin exposure at an ETF level? No. Maybe Solana, maybe Ethereum. Bcash is going to be tough. If you go look at like CME futures options, like the volume on the O's, no one's really messing with ETH compared to like the... After feeling the imbalance, maybe. I still can't see in your circles, bud. I wish I could. We still need to schedule that interview, especially when I have a clearer head and I can actually hang with the Fibonacci's. Anyway. Well, it is 9 o'clock. It is now time to start the roundtable. So if you're new here and you didn't catch the beginning, catch us out on the Discord. I'm going to start a roundtable video stream where anybody can come up and talk about whatever they want. If you guys have questions for me or any of the OGs, you're well welcome to it. If you're signing off for the night, thank you guys for showing up, showing much love. We keep doing these every week on Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Time. And I'll talk to you guys in the Discord. If not, if you don't want to talk publicly or whatnot, dude, just shoot me a DM. I answer all my DMs unless you are a Bing X affiliate trying to get me to sign up as a affiliate sponsorship. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.